What I'm not hearing is concern for workers, concern for small businesses of this country, and also concern for First Nations communities that support this project, who want and support the jobs that it will bring to their communities, and also actually oppose this illegal activity, because that's exactly what this is. It is illegal activity. These are illegal blockades. And so I want to ask the member that does he support the fact, or does he not feel strongly that a few people should not be able to hold a country's economy hostage by going through this illegal activity?
L'ensemble des divisions et des conflits qui ont été semés. Pendant 8 ans, j'ai été le maire de Smithers. J'ai œuvré dans un gouvernement local et je peux vous assurer que l'emploi, le développement économique et la vitalité et la prospérité de nos collectivités, c'est de la plus grande importance. C'est une priorité pour moi. On y arrive en travaillant ensemble, on y arrive en discutant respectueusement. Pour l'instant, il y a beaucoup d'incertitudes et cette incertitude ne peut se traduire par les avantages.
Just that, Madam Speaker, would the member not agree that all political parties and entities need to step up to the plate and do what they can?
The honourable member for Winnipeg Centre.
I'd like to thank my honourable colleague for his question, and you know, what I do agree on is that human rights are not a partisan issue. Human rights are human rights, and every day I have to sit in this House and listen to my fundamental Indigenous human rights and the fundamental Indigenous human rights of Indigenous people across this country be up for debate. I don't know any other group in this country that has to be satisfied with incremental justice of basic minimum human rights in this country.
This is a challenging situation which is evolving by the hour, and the safety of all involved is of primary importance. We all want to get the same conclusion. There's some disagreements, some deep ones as to the steps. We all want peace. We want to get rail traffic going again across this country, and we want prosperity for all peoples of Canada. There's time for all parties to engage in open and respectful dialogue, to ensure this situation is resolved peacefully. To that end, I want to acknowledge the leaders of the NDP, the Bloc Québécois and the Green Party for their support and partnership in seeking a peaceful resolution. This work is not easy, and it will require all of us working together in the immediate future and in the long term. We can't move forward without honest and respectful dialogue, and that's why I'm happy to take the opportunity to share my thoughts this evening and to take questions from members of this House. Seeking an honest and open and respectful dialogue is essential for renewing the relationship and building a strong future for Indigenous peoples and Canadians alike. That's the untold story that should be told today.
Siding with a small group of activists because they happen to align with one's views and insisting that the RCMP enforce these views against the will of the majority of the Wet'suwet'en people contradicts the spirit of reconciliation. Hereditary Chief Helen Michelle of Skin Tyee Nation of the Wet'suwet'en has stated that, quote, a lot of the protesters are not even Wet'suwet'en, and that we talked with the elders, we talked and kept bringing them back, and we walked the very territory where the Coastal GasLink is going. We're going to give it the go-ahead. Our people said go ahead to Coastal GasLink, end quote. Hereditary Chief Teresa Tate Day of Wet'suwet'en Nation said, quote, in the case of Coastal GasLink, 85% of our people said yes, they want this project. Chief Larry Newski of the Nadlay Wooten First Nation said, Coastal GasLink represents a once-in-a-generation economic development opportunity. We negotiated hard to guarantee that the Nadlay people, including youth, have the opportunity to benefit directly and indirectly from the project, while at the same time ensuring that the land and the water is protected, end quote. The vast majority of members of the Wet'suwet'en people support the Coastal GasLink project, Speaker. Every single band council on the Coastal GasLink route supports this project. Even the majority of hereditary chiefs support this project. And the vast majority of First Nations community members themselves support this project because of the massive benefits to their nation.